How we doing, YouTube? Good morning. Feeling good, feeling great. Outside, enjoying this beautiful weather. Hope you said your prayers this morning. Ready to start the day. Not quite sure how this YouTube, this live stuff goes. Like my second time. What that mean? Good morning, good morning. Is my chat on? Can anybody put comments down? How we doing today? We're having a great day, man. Already. 7:41 over here. Put in the chat where you chiming in from. Good morning. We're having a great day. What y'all got planned for today? What we got planned for today? What we got planned for today? What up, Sue? Why you in at work, man? Why you in at work, man? We got planned for the day. Bless. Hope we doing good. Hope we getting a workout in today. Hope we spending time with our loved ones. Hope we enjoying the gift that God gave us, which is life. It's a blessing. Good morning. Whoever just chimed in, put where you from, what you got going on this morning. 7 o'clock, 7:43 over here, and I'm in Texas. Hope y'all getting hope y'all getting a workout in today. Doing something productive, something that challenge your mental, your physical, your spiritual. Y'all spending some time with family. Oh, waiting on Amazon. All right, get it done. Got going on today. Good morning to everybody that's chiming in. Thank you for the support, all the support I've been getting. What type of content y'all want to see? Positivity, working out, different challenges. Just being who God wants you to be. But now, chase them dreams. I don't know who that is. Shout out to Big Lion Calf. Right on. I don't know who that is, man. I don't know who that is. Abe. Anyway, hope you're having a great day. Hope y'all chasing your dreams and what you want to do. That's what's up. Came out as gay. Okay. How you doing, Oliver? Hope y'all chasing your dreams, doing everything that you can. The dreams are worth it. We got to get to it. The world have enough of people. Let's take the short roads. So let's get better every day. That's why I do the working out. That's why I do the hard challenges. Doing good, doing great, blessed. I hope we all doing something on this day to make us better. Good morning, good morning. I ask you guys to be who you are. To being who you are stops from being who you want to be. Take the challenge. I know it can be hard, challenging, scary. The unknown is scary, but it's well worth it. You gotta be ready to fight though. You gotta be a dog. I am in Texas. Where are you? I'm in the state of Texas. Where are you, Oliver? Hope everybody doing great on this beautiful day. Thank you guys for chiming in. First time doing the live. Well, second time doing the live. But I just want you guys to know, man, we just gotta continue to challenge ourselves, be better than we were yesterday. In Germany. Okay. My dad was stationed there in Germany. He was in the army. Long time ago. But how you doing, John? Are we chasing our dreams? Are we putting ourselves in position to chase our dreams? I hope so. Just want to put a live out. Get a good workout in today. How old am I? Just turned 30, June 15th. How old are you? Thanks everybody for chiming in. Hope you're having a great day. Positive day. Are you the person that's gonna change the way people think? Are you gonna inspire somebody today? You know, we all can be positive in this world of turmoil right now. You know, we can't control what other people do to us, but we control what we do to other people. So I encourage you to be better. 22, yes sir. You have a blessed day. How we doing today? Y'all working out today? Hope so. Me and my fiance, we got some cake testing to do. We got some cake testing to do. Get married next month. We got some stuff to do today. We'll spend time with family. Then I head back to work Monday. I work in the oil field. I'm from Mississippi, man. From Mississippi. Born and raised there since year 2015. 2015. Went through high school. Didn't quite live up to expectations in high school. Had to go to summer school. I almost failed the 11th grade, the 12th grade, 11th grade. And went to summer school. The reason why I'm explaining this because people ask who I am. Got my 2 miles in before work. Oh yeah, I need to get mine in. I'm gonna hit the weight room. Might try a new gym today too. I usually go to Crunch Fitness in Texas. But I probably want to try a new gym today. Be kind of crowded. But year 2012, graduated high school, barely got by. Then I went to junior college in Mississippi. Got my associate's degree. After my associate's degree, it was tough, man. I didn't score. In the South, we have ACT tests. I think in some places they have SAT tests, right? I had my ACT test, didn't score high. I think I scored like like a 13 or 14. And to be in the class that you need to be in, you got to score like a 16. If you score lower than a 16, it's you have to go to some lower academic classes. So that's what I did, man. I started from the bottom. It was tough, man. Seeing all my friends go up there to that hall, the big hall, and I had to go down here like I was like a yeah, whatever. Yeah, but I was in a low class, and but with this teacher, man, you know, God send you people that you need. There was this teacher, her name was Emily Songs, and in junior college, and she told me like, if you continue to push on, you're gonna be you're gonna be something great, young man. And she was the first person that told me that I was gonna be a business guy, but I was like, nah, I think I want to do athletics or something like that. And so I graduated. I mean, I actually got through the classes, and she was there for me. She told me if I needed anything, I can always come back and ask her questions. She was a math teacher. And that's what I did, you know. Then when I moved on to the classes, by the time I got to the big hall, I was ready to do the stuff that I needed to do. Um, all my friends had dropped out. They was like, it took me like a year and a half to get there where they were, but when I got there, they dropped out. So that goes to show, like, it don't matter where you start, it's how you finish. It don't matter where you start, it's how you finish. So by the time I got where they were they dropped out already. You know what I mean? And it was like maybe 15, 20 people that, uh, it was like 10 to 15 people that went to the same college that I went to from high school. And it was probably like two of us that graduated college in junior college. So from there, my dad, he was in North Dakota. He was in North Dakota, and he was in the oil field in North Dakota during the oil boom, whatever. And he told me, he was like, "Man, I think you'll like it up here in North Dakota. You know, try junior college. I mean, try get your degree up there in North Dakota." And I was like, "Nah, man, I'm not going up there. Too cold. There's nobody that looked like me up there. It was, you know, something new, the unknown." But and one of my friends in Mississippi, because I was going to go to Mississippi State, you know, for my degree, but I ended up going to North Dakota, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life because I got away from my surroundings. All my friends from Mississippi was telling me, "Man, just go, man. Like, what what do you have to lose? If you don't like it, you can always come back." So they supported my decision in going to North Dakota, and that's what I did. I went, and it was the best decision I ever made, man. Up there, I started my 4-year degree in athletic training. I want to be an athletic trainer or whatever. I want to do physical therapy, but I had to get through the program of athletic training first, and then I could graduate. Then I can go to PT school. That's what I wanted to do at first. But then I met, when I was about to get into the athletic training program, I was like, man, I don't think I want to do this. Then I changed my major. When I changed my major, I talked to a woman named Tracy Mays. She encouraged me. She's like, man, there's something about you. You're a businessman. You're a man of structure. You're a man of discipline. You're a man of inspiration. You know what I mean? And I changed my major to business, and that was the best decision I ever made. So I learned how to do business. it was, just youngin'. I think I was like 20, probably what, 21, 22, and I was 22 and going through college, just going through life as a single man, and you know, partying, being a college person, lifting weights, same thing I'm doing now, challenging myself, but I wasn't making dumb decisions. I wasn't risking my life, or I wasn't doing stuff that alter my life, but I was, living life. You know what I mean? And then I think my third year, I met my fiance that I have now. But that's a long story. And yeah, went through school, business, and Started a business after I graduated school. During school, I won some competitions in entrepreneurship. Man, it was a great experience, man. North Dakota it's not as expensive as all the other colleges, but it's a great education though. It's a different environment. It is cold, but it was the best decision that I ever made in my life. 'Cause I got away from the environment that I knew, went to somewhere totally different, and made my own way. You know what I mean? So right now, man, my name and my and my picture is at the college. Of because I was the first one in a program that they was trying. It's called the entrepreneurship program, and they wanted me to be the face of it. And we started a book club, everything, man. It was beautiful. It was good. It was nice. And cause y'all can see on one of my not profile pictures, but one of my thumbnails, you can see the newspaper that I put up, and that was like 20, had to be like 2017. So go to show, man. No matter where you start, remember I started in classes that was below par, and just because I kept persevering, because I kept pushing on, because I kept wanting to be better, not just trusting in God, just continue to be better. It was well worth it. And long story short, uh, I created a book club, created an entrepreneurship program. I got my degree, bachelor of science, and then it was time to graduate with my 4 year degree, and that's what I did. And then after that, I was like, man, I think I want to get my master's in business, and so I got a lot of recommendations from my professors. Got accepted in the program. Got accepted in the program, and I didn't finish my master's though, because I don't know. I just thought about it one day, and I was like, man, do I really want to raise my hand for the rest of my life to go to the bathroom, to get a raise every now and then? Do I want to live that 9 to 5 life? I mean, if you go to school and you want to do corporate, yeah, of course, If you want to do corporate, yeah, go to school. If you want to be a doctor, lawyer, nurse, engineer, yeah, go to school. But me, I want to be a businessman, and you ain't got to go to school for that. You can learn that on your own time. You can hire mentors like I did to teach you business. You don't have to go get a student loan debt. But when I figured that out, yeah, I just dropped out of get my master's, and me and my dad, we went on to create a trucking business in North Dakota. This is 2019. 2019, we started a trucking business, and we all know in North Dakota, in the oil field in North Dakota, it's more government regulated, and we already know what happened in 2019, which was COVID. COVID shut the oil field down in North Dakota, right? So then, this is why I'm here in Texas right now, because we brought our business down here to Texas because the oil fields down here is more on people's land and they can control if we still continue to frack and have work. So that's what we did. So we actually was in Arizona. That's when Trump was in office. We was in Arizona and we was on the border wall. And we had a lot of work out there on the border wall when he was building the wall. And man, it was crazy, man. Making a lot of money. The truck was making a lot of money per week. One truck was crazy. But after that, like I said, we moved to Texas, which is why I'm here now. And then like I would say another year and a half, we decided to sell. He decided to go back home. So now I got of course I got my degree. So I'm just doing the trucking business side, and I was just working a regular job to get some more money. And then I ended up, we sold our truck, sold our business, whatever. And then uh, I was working a regular job now. My dad had went back home, and I was working a regular job. And I didn't know what I want to do in life, man. But I always knew that it was something different about, like, man, something's gonna come up. It's just believing, just believing, just believing. Just talking to people, trying to network, create new relationships, asking around what you think about this oil field work. But I know I didn't want to drive truck because I just got out of a truck, got my CDL, of course. Um, got my CDL in North Dakota and totally free. Didn't pay a dime for that, but it was a crazy story on that too. Um, so I work in a regular gas station. I work in a regular gas station job, just trying to see what's going on. I know I had to make, get some money up under my belt. So that's what I did. Started persevere, asking around, and then I got a person that was working with me. The state of Texas, they do these expos for oil field jobs, right? And this dude was like, "Man, you gotta go to this expo, man. And they got some jobs that they trying to hire people on." I'm like, "Man, I'm not going to that." He was like, "Man, just try it, man. You might get you something that you like. If you don't, just say, nah." Like I said, this is another time that God sent someone to just pass on my next step in life. And sometimes we brush it off and don't listen. But I encourage you to, like, man, just think about it. Around the person coming up to you and asking you what you do for work. What about this? You think you want to do this? Man, that's God sent. You know what I mean? Now, if I would have brushed it off, I wouldn't be in the place I am today. But I went to the expo, and the reason why I knew this was a sign from God is because when the dude told me from the job, he actually got fired the next 5 minutes. It was like his whole purpose of life was to pass on what God had for me, and then that was it. You know what I mean? So I knew that was a sign from the Lord. So that's what I did. I went to the expo. Never had an oil field job besides driving my truck in the oil field. But I never had an oil field job. Didn't have a TWIC card. Didn't know what PPE was. Didn't know none of that stuff. So I went on to the expo, and when I went to the expo, man, I'm talking about a line. It was like at least 800 people out there, and they had resumes, they had books, they had everything, man. Experience. I didn't have no experience. The only thing experience I had was driving the truck. That's it. And I went in, man. They had they had like dress suits on with ties, with nice slacks on, button ups. Man, that was nice, man. And I walked in there with what? With slides on, with sweats on, with with anything on. And I like, you know what? I'm still gonna go in here. I'm still gonna go in here, man. I'm still gonna go in here. I don't know what God got for me. But like my man said at the store, if it's a no, then it's a no. But what if it's a yes? So I went anyway, man. I went anyway. And I went, I went, and So when you go in the room, there's these oil field businesses, and it's in a circle. So when you walk in, you are in the middle, and you can just go around the tables. You know what I mean? So I started on my left, of course. There was so many people in there, and went to like the first two or three tables. They're talking about fracking on the pumps, or you gotta hit iron all day. I'm like, nah, I ain't trying to do all that. And then you go to another table, they want you to haul sand. I'm like, nah, man, we just got out of there. Man, my dad just sold our business. We don't want to do that either. I don't want to do it either. And then there was like Derek, called Derek something, where you climb on top of the rig before they actually start fracking, and uh, you tripping pipe, like you way up there, bro. So I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that either. You know what I mean? But after I visited like maybe 13, 14 different businesses, I'm like, man, at least I tried. But then there was the last two tables, last two tables, man. Got on that one before the last table. It was like the same thing. But when I got to the last table, there was this company called Sataris, and I was like, what do y'all guys need in the field? So I started asking questions. That was like, okay, look, we deliver CNG, which is natural gas, to these sites, and I was like, man, I'm not trying to drive a truck. You know what I mean? I just got out of, a trucking business, and I'm like, I'm not trying to drive a truck, man. And I was like, no, you don't have to drive a truck. All you got to do is you can be a technician where you go out to these sites and you can just make sure the gas is flowing, make sure everything is good. Sometimes you might have to fix something, but all you got to really do is connect hoses and go to the next site, make sure everything's good. The units will run themselves. I'm like, okay, that don't sound too bad. They give you a company truck, give you a company car, give you housing, give you buy your boots. They give you a sign-on bonus if you stay there for 90 days. They give you another bonus. And he said, if you really, he'll be contacting me if I really want the job. And I was like, all right, that's cool. So I started to walk out. I mean, I was walking out, and then then when I was walking out to go to my truck, like he walked me down and he tapped me on my shoulder. He was like, look, man, there's something about you. See, this is my third time in my life when someone said there's something about you. You know what I mean? There's something about you, and if you really want the job, I can write you up right now. They had their HR person there already. You know what I mean? And he can put me in contact with her, and they can write it up right now. I'm like, man, I don't even know how much I'll pay. He said, man, we paid this amount of much. I'm like, bro, wow, that's correct. Like, that's the biggest number I ever heard, you know. And right then and there, he said, if you want the job, we can write the letter up right now, and we can get you working. I think it was December, right before Christmas in 21. And he said we can get you started after Christmas. Man, that's what happened. They said they paid this much. They said this, and it was God sent. God sent. And how did I know that? Because the guy that told me about the expo got fired the next 10 minutes after he told me. I went in there with faith, with slides on, with sweats on, people going there with suits and recommendations and experience. And I just walked in there bare. Only thing I had was my faith. And I got the most paying job in there. And that's what I'm with to this day. I've been with them almost 3 years. It's still going good. And like I said, you gotta know how to pick your battles. You gotta know what you want to do in life. You're not gonna have it down to a T, but you know your basics. You know if you want to be a person that's your own person, or you want to be a corporate working. You know that about yourself by now. You know what I mean? And for me, all my life, it's never it never said right with me that another person can have to tell me when to go to work, when to when to go on vacation, when to use the bathroom, when to. It never said right with me, you know. And the person that's telling me is not smarter. He's not too much smarter than me, so I can do the same thing he's doing on a different level. You know what I mean? And it never said right with me that another person is over me. And I got bills. I got wife. I mean, I got a wife. I got kids. Well, I don't have kids, but I'm just saying if I wanted to take off and enjoy an event with my kid or whatever, I can't do it because I gotta go to work. That never said right. It never said right with me. So, like I said, I started started two businesses. Both of them failed. Well, I say the trucking business failed, but we sold the trucking business. But now there's this thing called real estate, right? So anyway, I'm gonna continue the story. So I started working for Satara CNG, going great, making a lot, man, a lot of money, bro. Like almost 200,000, like a lot of money for my W-2 job. And um, so I started at 28, 27. I was 27 when I made I was 27 when I started making six figures, and from a W-2, which really, I mean, I guess it does matter, but you know, you still want to try to offset your, you offset your taxes, right? So that first year, I made a lot of money, and of course, I had to pay a lot of taxes, of course. And I started like studying on how to offset my taxes, and then the real estate thing came back up because I always wanted to invest in real estate when I didn't have no money, when I couldn't do it, but I was always studying it, on podcasts, looking on Zillow, like how to do this cash flow, this, okay, whatever. Then when I worked for Sataris for the first year, and I was in the up there in that high bracket because I made a lot of money as a single man with no kids. So bro, the taxes was ridiculous. So I'm like, man, how can I offset my taxes? And so I bought this duplex that I'm in now. I bought a duplex. This is mine that you see right behind me. Um, so I bought it, and then that next year, man, this is when stuff started to change. This is when stuff started to change. So I hired a tax strategist because I don't know. Like when you go to regular tax people, you can't go to. So when you start fooling with a lot of money and you trying to like reduce your bill or offset your money, you can't go to regular tax people, bro. They don't know. You got to go to a tax strategist, a tax specialist. They know what to write off, not to write too much off. Because if you write too much off, it's gonna show that you didn't make no money when you're trying to get more loans the next year, whatever. So that's what I did. Hired a tax strategist, and my W-2 that year I made a lot of money. And he said that since you bought real estate, you can use your depreciation, you can use the interest on your payments or insurance on your house, your Wi-Fi, your phone bill, your since you had to put a washer and dryer in the other unit, you can write that off. Fridge had to get this fence stained on both sides, so it was like $1,700 to do both sides. You can write that off, and by the time, so I made a lot of money, but because I bought this building after I wrote it offset my taxes, I still showed that I made six figures though. But then at the end of the day, the IRS gave me $15,000 back, bro. Man, I'm like, oh, this is life changing. So this is how the rich do it. They buy real estate to offset their tax, to offset their W-2 taxes. So as long as you got a W-2 job, you're gonna pay taxes. But the whole idea, the whole goal is to get out your W-2 job period and do real estate full time. That's the whole. That's the whole game. That's what you want to do. But like I said, I still got a W-2 job, so I'm gonna get taxed anyway. But you still can benefit from real estate with a W-2 job. And bro, when I saw that, I'm like, bro, This real estate thing is how you do it because you own the asset, you can always raise the rent, whatever. You can control it. It's not like stocks, crypto, where you can't control it. And so I bought my first duplex. Now, this is the kicker. So I worked all year, put my down payment on this duplex, cash, which is like a lot of money, right? And then it was all good. Like, yeah, I got my first one. Yeah, I was happy. I was like, man, I'm finna be rich. Man, so like 90 days to 120 days later, I was like, there has to be another way. There's no way that I have to work 800 hours to get my down payment just to buy one piece of property. So I started research. I'm like, yo, how you scale quicker? How you scale quicker? How you scale quicker? And one of my homies said, bro, you got to use your credit. I said, what? I mean, what you mean use my credit? I know I had good credit, but I didn't know how to do it on the business, how to use it on the business side to get money. And he was like, man, you got to use your credit. You can use your credit to get cards, liquidate the cards, and then close on multiple properties at a time. I was like, what? He's like, man, just research it. And that's what I do. I started researching on YouTube, like how to do it, how to do it properly, how to do it properly. And I ran into this dude. This is another time, man, that God showed up. I ran into this dude. His name was Will Roundtree. Will Roundtree. And I paid him a lot of money to mentor me. I paid him a lot of money to mentor me. I paid him a lot of money to mentor me. And and it was crazy. And when I got the mentorship, he told me how to do it. And I bought a Chef Corp. Chef Corps are corporations where you can buy what are already aged, right? So just say for instance, a regular LLC, if you create an LLC on a computer today, it'll be a day old tomorrow. You know, you created it, I don't know, 2024 July, I don't know what the days are 12. So if you create it today, when the banks look at it tomorrow, it's gonna be a day old. But you can actually buy companies that's already aged, which is they call Chef Corps. So this corporation, this LLC was created 5 years ago. Someone selling a company just to get so you can buy that age, so that Chef Corp can show more age when the banks look at it. Like, okay, so this business has been in business for 5 years. That don't mean that you in business for 5 years. That mean that the company was, and you buying the age. So he started talking to me about that. I'm like, bro, wow, that's crazy. So I bought one of those, which was like 25 grand. Like they up there. Like you gotta have that bag, you know what I mean, to invest, you know what I mean? So I bought a Chef Corp. I paid for his mentorship, and I paid for him to teach me real estate because he's like a real estate guru, man. Not guru, but he know real estate. He got a lot of real estate across the country. So so man, by the end of the day, man, I gave that dude like a lot of money, like probably like 40 grand to teach me with the Chef Corp. And and he told me, like, your credit already positioned. So what they do, they apply on your behalf for business credit cards from Wells Fargo, from Chase, from Navy Federal, all the credit unions, Bank of America, um, Citi, American Express, U.S. Bank, from everywhere. So they apply on your behalf using your credit on using your credit for the business, and they're applying different business credit cards. So my first credit card, business credit card, bro, I got 50K from Chase, 50,000. And that's powerful because I had to save. So when I bought my first duplex, I saved for a year and a half to put down that much of my own cash on one duplex, the one that I'm in now. I bought my first duplex with my own cash. But when I learned business credit, I got 50K in like 10 days from the bank. I'm like, oh man, this is it. This is it. I'm like, yo, this is it, bro. This is it. So I got like 50K from Chase the first, got 10K from US, got about 8K from Bank of America. That was like the first 10 to 12 days. So then his team looked at my credit. He was like, yeah, you got one too many inquiries on there. So let's go through inquiry removal. So they started to knock off the inquiries. And then after that, we went back for some. We finished the first round, man. Chase gave me another 50K. So at the end of the day, I had over like $200,000 in business credit, man. Within 90 days, 60 days, bro. $200,000 in business credit in 60 days. Now, ask yourself, how long will it take you to save $200,000 to invest? So that means that's not bill money. I'm talking about to invest 200 grand. So this is my new thing: is to buy real estate using business credit cards. And then people ask me how. So when you get the business credit, so say I got 200,000, right? I got 200,000 in business credit cards. Uh, Now people say, "Oh, that ain't money, that ain't cash." Man, you can spend credit just like you spend money. You can go pay your bills with the credit. You can go. You can't pay a credit card with a credit card, but you can go buy groceries, gas. You can go put down on a Rolls Royce if you want to. So it spends the same, but of course, you can't pull up to the closing table with a business credit card, right? So therefore, you got to go through the liquidation process. People ask me, "What's the liquidation process?" That's when you pull the credit off the cards using a specific technique. Of course, you can't go to the ATM with a credit card to get the cash off. So therefore, you gotta use a technique called the invoice technique. When somebody sends you an invoice, you pay the invoice with the credit card. The money goes to their bank and they wire it back to you. So now you just liquidated the credit card. But of course, you don't want to liquidate 100% of the credit card. You want to keep it under 50% on your business side. So instead of 200,000, I liquidated my cards, right? Liquidated my cards. So now we're about to double up. So now instead of one property a year, I can close on 12, 13 properties a year. So that's the game, man. But you have to start today. You got to start today, man. What you want, you can do it in 2 to 5 years. Whatever life you want to live, you can do it in 2 to 5 years. And maybe real estate is not your thing. Maybe it's, I don't know, pressure washing or ATM business, and you can, whatever. Like, whatever is your thing, you can do it. But you got to get started. And so I feel like, on this journey, man, this is what God was preparing me to do. I mean, you can't be shallow-minded and say, "Oh, you saying God wants you to invest in real estate?" Nah, but to inspire, doing this right here, talking to people that I don't even know, you know, and telling them that, man, you can do it, but you just gotta you gotta be willing to step out of your comfort zone, because your comfort zone is your downfall. Think about it. If you in bed and it feels great, you're right. It do feel great, but where's it getting you? It's getting you nowhere. So that's the reason why I hit the ice. This is the reason why I work out. This is the reason why when I go to work, I isolate myself from my fiance. I isolate myself from family, and I go to work for my mental to get my mind right. I read books. I invest in mentorship. You know what I mean? I invest in stuff that's gonna help me. You might have to pay, but that's a small thing of what you can potentially accomplish. I just say, for instance, like I said, 10 properties, 12 properties a year. 12 properties a year. So I'm about to close probably September. I get married in August next month. September, I probably close on my first 3 properties. I can close on at least 3 from what I put off the credit cards. And then people say, how you gonna pay the credit cards back? So this is what you do. When you put the money off the credit cards, of course you gotta buy right. You gotta buy under market. I mean, you gotta buy below market properties. So if the below market mean if the market say is worth 180, you got to find a way to get it for 150. You know what I mean? That's below market value. So you can have that equity already in it. So when you close on a property with business credit, not even using your own money. So this when people say I buy real estate without using my money, this is how they do it. They use business credit card, liquidate them. So you got to buy under market. So when you do close on it, you already got equity in the property. So just say, for instance, after all expenses, property management, appraisal, closing cost, inspection, just say you cash flowing $500. Okay, then you gotta, of course, calculate your credit card, and think about this too. Forgot to mention this: the business credit cards are 12 to 18 months interest free, 0 APR for 12 to 18 months. So you're paying like 1% of the balance. Just say, for instance, you put 30 grand off a card, you're only paying $300 for 30 grand. That's 1%. Yeah, that's 1%. So think about that. Anyway, so when you buy the property, you gotta make sure that it covers your credit card costs, and then you get these personal loans, which is called installment loans. You take the installment loans. So when you get an installment loan, that's money that they can transfer tomorrow. You ain't got to go see a bank. So if you apply with a good personal business credit, whatever, you get the installment loan tomorrow. So if they give you 50 grand on an installment loan, but this is a personal loan. You revolve that and pay itself back. You know what I mean? And then when you get that done, you put up enough money from 6 to 12 months to pay that property back, and then you refi out of it and you pay the credit cards back off. That's how you get the credit cards back off, or pay it back off. And like I said, you can scale very quickly doing this method. And so instead of closing 1 property a year, you can close 10, 12, 15. And this is from 1 LLC, bro. You can create 5 LLCs. You can create 5 LLCs. You can buy 5 chef corps, and you can go to each bank and get 100K, 100K out of this LLC, 100K out of this LLC, 100K out of LLC, 100K out of LLC, 100K out of this LLC. So that's $500,000 in credit out of 5 LLC, and that's just 100 grand. That's easy to get. I got 200 grand on 1 LLC. You can create 4 more, 5 more, and get 200 grand per LLC. 2, 4, 6. Man, that's $1 million in business credit. This is how they are buying real estate with none of their own money. This is how they doing it. They use business credit, liquidating the business credit cards. Getting an asset that pays them back, and when it appreciates or they put an equity out, pay the credit card back, and they got a cash flowing asset without using their own money. This is how they doing it. Now, of course, you gotta have good credit. Your credit gotta be good. You gotta be over at least a 700. You gotta have a business established, or you can buy Chef Corp, but like I said, you're gonna pay about $20,000-$25,000 for the Chef Corp. And then all the fees, you gotta apply for another EIN number. So, it's worth it though, because you can write it all off on your taxes. You can offset your taxes once again, which is the whole idea of me investing, because I make a lot of money on my W-2. So instead of closing on 1 property a year, you can close on 12. You can close on 10 if you want. 10, 12 to 15 a year. You know what I mean? So if you got a plan, if you can keep your expenses low, your personal expenses low, for 5 years, just say 5 years, you close on 10 properties. you close on 10 properties every year for 5 years, bro, that's 50 properties that's cash flowing you at least $500. Do the math on that. Do the math on that. How much is that? I don't even got a calculator. So if 10 properties cash flow you $500, that's what, 5 grand? And that's 5 grand. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. That's $25,000 cash flow, if I'm doing my math right. That's $25,000 cash flow from assets that you didn't pay for out your own pocket. Financial freedom, bro. Now you can go vacation with your wife, vacation with your kids. You can go buy the Rolls. You can go leverage the Rolls Royce if you want it. You can go leverage Hawaii. You can live in Hawaii if you want. Like, bro, that's why I said, if you grind right, you can have the life you want to live in 2 to 5 years. But you got to keep your personal expenses low. Don't be out here buying cars right now. Don't be out here buying the house. If you're gonna put something on your personal name, buy a duplex that you can have the tenants pay your rent. You know what I mean? Or half your rent. No, mortgage, I mean. Half your mortgage. But you got to keep your personal expenses low. Continue to grow. Continue to learn. But the person that I go through, he has the credit removal people. I mean, the ink remover people. He can remove bankruptcy, all that stuff, man. So you can close on these properties, go get funding from these banks, and after that, you go get the interest removed, and after that, go buy more properties. So just say, for instance, you do that 4 times in 1 year for one LLC, bro. That's almost $500,000 from one LLC that year. So you can liquidate at least 100 grand. And you can go buy. Just say, for instance, every 100,000 you need 25,000 for the down payment on a property. So you can go buy 4 properties. You might need some work, whatever. Take it off the business credit card and write it back off. So that's the game, man. That's what I want to do with my life. Man, wind got my eyes watering. That's what I want to do. I want to be a full-time real estate investor. I want to teach this to people when and it's not a new method. They've been doing this for a long time, but people just not getting a hold of this information. And you can use the money for anything. If you're a crypto person, stocks, you can liquidate the credit cards to put 50K on a stock or crypto. What do you want to do with it? But like I said, I put mine in real estate because the cash flow is good, but that's like the least. That's not the most important benefit of real estate. Cash flow is good. You want cash flow, but where you benefit from real estate is your taxes, is appreciation. If you set it up right, you can pass it down to your kids and stuff like that, man. And like I said, in 5 years, bro, I plan on having 100 properties, man. 5 years, 100 properties. And at 35, 34, 33, 34, I can walk away from my job or whatever I'm doing, and I can be before that, I can walk away and be a full-time real estate investor. Before that, because when you full-time, you can double up, triple up, because then you can leverage your whole portfolio. Just say, for instance, you got 10 properties or 5 properties, and just say that 5 property portfolio is worth 600,000, 700,000 with equity, what it's worth. You can leverage that to go buy something bigger. You can leverage your 5 property portfolio to buy something bigger and keep it. You know what I mean? But you just leveraging it to say, look, I got something to put up for collateral, and I'm willing to bet all 5 of my property, my whole portfolio, that this 256 unit apartment building is worth the risk. So you leverage your whole 5, you buy the 256 unit. 256 unit gonna bring you 15,000 cash flow. That's how you win, man. You have to invest your money. You have to invest your money. And through all the people, if you was here from the first beginning, through all the people that's been telling me throughout my life that I got that business mind, I got that, it's something different. Bro, this is what it is. God's been preparing me the whole journey, bro. Of course, it's been tough, man. I mean, nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. Of course, I don't been through. You know what I mean? But you keep persevering. You keep wanting to challenge yourself, your mind, like, and that's the why I do. That's the reason why I do hard stuff. Like David Goggins said. I know y'all know David Goggins. Man, if you put yourself through pain, you put yourself through stuff that's really hard, and then when chasing your dreams and your goals, man, that's easy. Because why? I don't put myself through hard, real pain. I done prepared for a race in North Dakota in negative 12-degree weather. That's pain, bro. That's pain. I lived in North Dakota for what, 8 years, and I prepared for a race. It was 2019. They shut it down, of course, because of COVID. But I was outside training for that race, that half a marathon. You know, cold, man. Like negative 12. Like your nose and everything is like cold. And I prepared myself for that because I was gonna run this race. And that's real pain. Just like anything that challenges you mentally, like the ice, you know, dumping in the ice, standing there for 2 or 3 minutes. Of course, your body feel crazy, but it's really your mind telling you that. But if you can control your mind, then you can accomplish anything. Anything. It's just like skydiving, man. Think about skydiving, bro. Just think about you getting in a plane on the ground, and everything might be good on the ground, but when you start going up in altitude, and then they open the door, you look out like, yo, I've never been in a plane with the door open. Like, think about that. And your mind just start feeding you crap. Like, yo, you gonna die, bro. You better go back, go back. Your mind is designed to recognize danger. That's what it's designed to do. It's designed to recognize danger every time. But the key is getting a hold of your mind and not controlling it, but at least understanding how you feel in that moment and just recognize that, bro. It's all in your mind, bro. And that's how people accomplish things. Of course, they go through, oh man, I don't know if I can do that, but they so in tune with their mind to where they know where it's coming from. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I'm gonna do this right now. I'm finna jump out this plane right now. I'm finna close on this deal right now. I'm finna wrestle this alligator right now. I don't care. This is it. If this is it, this is it. Right now. So you gotta get in control of your mind. It's all in your mind. Whatever you want to do, get it done in your mind first, and your body will follow. So that's how you do that, man. I hope you're having a great day, man. I'm gonna get my workout in. This coffee is this coffee got me jittery a little bit. So that's why I preach about the mind, man. That's why I talk on that mind a lot. I mean, yeah, you want to look good outside, but when I was looking good outside, when I was in college, I mean, my mental wasn't there, though. You know what I mean? My body was, but my mental wasn't. But then when I started going this journey of life by myself, which is like isolation, because when I go to work, I'm isolated, right? I'm by myself, and my mind is in my mind. It's only you in your own mind. You don't have nobody else. It's only you, and that's when you gotta dig deep, bro. You gotta, whatever works for you. Read the books. Me, I meditate, read the Bible. And the thing about the Bible, man, everything that you're going through today, people don't went through it in the Bible days. Like everything, every story that you got that you think there's not in the, man, it's in the Bible. I'm telling you. So meditate, reading. Me, I read mind books. Things that, you know, I read this book called Don't Believe Everything You Think. Powerful book, man. I got another book in there, Control Your Emotions. Like, you gotta read, man. You gotta continue to pour into yourself. Cause when you don't pour into yourself, that's when the devil, he coming for you. He know that you weak. He know your weakness. He know. Thank y'all for tuning in. Finna hop off, go get me a workout in. I might try a new gym today, man. It be crowded at the gym that I be going to on Saturday. So I might try me a new gym today. But thank y'all for tuning in. Follow your dreams and goals, man. It's exciting. It's exciting when you got that plan. You know, I mean, for all my entrepreneurs, all my at heart, all my deep down entrepreneurs, work that 9 to 5, man. I mean, I know social media is fake, by the way. Like, don't let nobody say that, oh man, 9 to 5 sucks. Man, they probably got a 9 to 5 and they just want you to click on their content, man. So don't be down on that. If you're an entrepreneur at heart, work your 9 to 5. Your W-2 is your first tool in your tool shed to build wealth. Use your 9 to 5 to invest in education. When I say education, I mean get a mentor that can show you and teach you how to invest in something. How to invest in something. Use your W-2 to do that. Write it off, of course. Don't use your W-2 to buy liability. Use your W-2 to invest and pour into yourself. And that's how you do that, man. Work your 9 to 5. Invest in education. Get educated. Get some business. Triple down on business. Then leave your 9 to 5 at the appropriate time. So, all right, man. I'm finna go get a workout in. Hope y'all do the same. Thank y'all guys for tuning in. Thank you for the support on the videos. And I will see you guys on the next one.